And for my money, nobody was swinging. Like if you're thinking, okay, here's the 7 favorites. They just showed that today and leading into tomorrow. That's perfect. Like there was nobody sort of, you always know when somebody, we looked at their faces. Pauline looked effortless. Demi, I think Demi was arguably the biggest winner today. She almost won the stage sneakily, but just kind of got the momentum rolling again. But nobody's suffering in that group. There's gonna be there's gonna be some fireworks, one would think. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Move podcast, talking about the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift, stage 5. What?
You've had a long few weeks.
You just wait till we get to the questions at the end of the show. We have a lot of questions in here for Allie. Of course, I am joined by Allie and Mari and Mel virtually in some way. Mel, what did we do today? I'm really looking forward to this one, by the way.
Jeunet Marigny, Futuroscope, to Guéret. Jeunet Marigny, Futuroscope, to Guéret.
Wow.
I think the only better thing than Mel just doing our stages if she was like sitting right there doing the stages with us.
That would be about perfect.
Yep. Well, she could have done the first 2 days like that while she was here. What a day. A day where you had stage action, but you also had this sneak peek into the GC action, right? I mean, all the I think safe to say all the favorites for GC were represented in that group in the front, and
we have 7 riders to look for.
Teeing it up for the real GC race that starts tomorrow.
And yellow jersey back on Kim LaCourt, and we were a little stressed about that. Yeah. Ooh,
I don't think we were stressed so much about the yellow jersey, but the finish.
Stressful.
I've never seen that.
Looking back before the finish line.
I've never seen a rider do that. Right, looking back, sure, after the finish, but she almost got pipped at the line there by Demi Vollering while she was looking back. I mean, there for a second, it was unclear.
Oh, we were waiting for the photo finish.
Never seen that.
Never seen anything like that. But good to see Demi being able to push again, and well-deserved win for Kim LaCourt. She started the stage this morning saying she wanted that yellow jersey back on, and she did it. And then, of course, before we get started, let's talk about Zwift. Obviously, the title sponsor.
I thought you wanted to talk about my T-shirt.
I love your T-shirt, cowgirl. Watch the Femmes right there. That's perfect. You look great. I said it made your arms look good. So, Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift, title sponsor of the show, just rolled out their new cog and click setup. Oh, I told Lance I wouldn't pick it up, but I did. I'll set it down gently. But this is a great setup. I actually spent the afternoon riding Zwift. Bolch kept me company, stood next to me, actually just making sure I was safe, probably, not wearing a helmet on the trainer. But with the cog and click, no cassette changes, no bike drama. You can put it on any bike you have, and you can make a Zwift-ready trainer from all the big names. I had it on a Wahoo Kicker. You can also use it on Garmin, Jet Black, Elite, Decathlon. It comes fully equipped, starts at $299, getting more people on bikes. And I'm up there in Snowmass, and it was pouring down rain, so I just put on my Roubaix on the cog and click setup there on the Kicker.
Getting credit.
And I'm there riding the bike.
Getting credit.
So
lots of other. We have some DNFs, some DNSs. We lost our Olympic champion, Kristen Faulkner. But just a question, actually, is this race taking a toll? Is perhaps that stomach bug?
I think it shows
through the Peloton.
I think definitely looking at all of the crashes and stuff in the beginning of the race, it seems like people are a little tired. That's when you're a little distracted is when things start to happen, and it just starts adding up, especially for poor Kristen with her third crash. And people talk about bike handling and stuff, but the fact that she's so tired, just like it happens more frequently, she.
We talked about it yesterday. I mean, this just sometimes, and we've all been. Again, we've all been there, right? Where it just everything starts to go wrong, right? And then your head goes to bad places, and you're like, "What am I doing here?" And I mean, crashing in the neutral zone is That's
Not a
where
good sign.
It's yeah.
No, what we counted, my friend Lucas on the what do we call it, X now? We counted though. I think it's 6 DNFs and
Now
1
up to-
DNS. Now it's more.
The official results have 8 DNFs and 1 DNS, so a total of 124 riders left in this peloton.
Yeah, and I did think though that there might be something to, as the Women's World Tour is growing and becoming. Bigger stage races and these grand tours and the coverage. But these women, like if you look at what Rooster has done all year, her first race day was January 25th, going all the way through here, where Tade's had 48 race days. And now, I mean, Rooster, like I know my highest was 96 race days, which is a lot, right?
That's a ton.
And so, but the teams are growing, the races are getting bigger, but then it's still like requiring a lot from the riders. So I think we're seeing more fatigue as the calendar gets more exciting, but
it's growing, but the team sizes and stuff haven't caught up yet. So it's hard. The athletes get spread a little bit thin, and I think we're starting to see some of what comes from that.
Yep. Of course, Kim LeCart back in. She stated before the stage she wanted to take the yellow jersey back. That's not hard to imagine. You look at today's profile and you think, can we drop Marianne Vos on in this finale? And they did, right? And she kind of had a perfect scenario, right? She had enough time over the other people on the break to take yellow. She had a teammate there in Gigante.
2 teammates technically, but 1 at the end, yeah.
Yep, and could drive it. And then, of course, that wasn't enough. Go on and win the stage. I mean, it's a great result for her. She's having a hell of a tour.
Yeah, she's definitely having an incredible time. And the fact that I was impressed, obviously, that Sarah Gigante was up there. I mean, you said it, Lance, that, we got all the GC favorites up there now. But the fact that she was pulling through so hard and she made it through all the tricky stuff to get there and looked fairly fresh at the end, I think she's gonna be doing well and help, especially being able to help Kim and then seeing what she can do on the climbs.
I just realized out of that 7, so we were talking about this, we're looking at the 7 women that finished the stage together as our GC contenders as we look towards the end of the tour. Kim and Sarah are the only ones with a teammate. That's right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I know, Mari.
Right,
I know.
Allie.
But
it's impressive.
Because they're each other's teammate, or where are you going with this?
Teammates in life? No. Yes. Yeah. So every other rider is isolated. This is we're looking at. There is a GC play here, and that is impressive. Yep. And for as small as Sarah is, she is an incredibly good time trialist too. She has been national champion for Australia in the time trial, as well as road race.
It's interesting what they can do in some of these next finals, especially like on a day like tomorrow, that's going to be so hard at the finish. Yep.
We're going to talk about tomorrow at the second half of the show. And for my money, nobody was swinging. Like if you're thinking, okay, here's the 7 favorites, they just showed that today and leading into tomorrow, that's perfect. Like there was nobody sort of, you always know when we looked at their faces. Pauline looked effortless. I think Demi was arguably the biggest winner today. She almost won the stage sneakily, but just kind of got the momentum rolling again. But nobody's suffering in that group. There's gonna be there's gonna be some fireworks, one would think.
And it's also interesting to see Anna van der Breggen. I mean, she's been strong the last few days, and if she's riding into this, maybe coming into some better form than she had in the Giro.
What a storyline that would be.
Yeah.
Oh, she was bossing that finale too. She attacked the descent, but then Kasia took over that descent, and then I was getting very nervous. Pauline Gigante got off the back a little bit. Pauline, I think, was just opening up a gap just to be safe, and I have no doubt in her descending abilities. But I think she was like, "Whoa, ladies, let's do this." But I think everyone looked great.
And Anna got third, got the time bonuses as well. Like this is shape. A former director of Demi, right?
Yeah.
Retired, comes back. Demi leaves the team. Both Dutch. Like you start to see, ooh.
Yeah, she knows Demi really well.
She used to coach her and be her director.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that's some drama, though.
You know what, Johan? Don't get any ideas. I will drop your ass whenever I want. I will. That'd be pretty funny. Like get 2 tours in, Johan's like,
I'm coming back.
I'm going to come back. Well,
what do you think about that bonus sprint, though? That was interesting. A couple K before the climb.
I love that.
I think it's great.
I love that. I mean, that's, look, I think cycling, and I said it a lot during the men's tour. I mean, we're going to have and this applies to men's cycling and women's cycling. We're going to have to find ways to spice this thing up. we can't think, let's do the Tour de France just like they did in the 50s and 60s and 80s and 2000. Like, why not?
Well, but the fact that there were, the bonus seconds there.
Kim
and
got
the
them.
teams, but the teams worked hard to get their GC rider in position to try and go for those bonus sprints, which left most of them without teammates for the actual.
Which is what caused the selection.
Right,
That's right.
they made a selection,
Great.
which makes really exciting racing. It wasn't just the fact that the sprint was before it. It was the sprint was important before it. It wasn't just like for points or something that the GC doesn't care about. They cared about those seconds. Right. Their teams worked hard to get it to them, and then they were on their own to the rest of, except for Sarah and Kim.
Yeah. Well, I thought Justine from AG Insurance Soudal, who was the QOM winner of the Tour last year, current Belgian national champion, full gas leading it out. And Lance, we were calling Pauline, like she was climbing looking like she was smoking a cigarette. Like she was just having a nice time. But Kim did jump around and Pauline did the second time bonus. So.
Look at the results don't lie. Kim LaCourte has an 18-second lead over Pauline. 18 seconds is, if you think back to people would have killed for 18 seconds. They would have killed for 8 seconds last year.
It also makes you wonder,
4 seconds.
What was Pauline thinking that, maybe she's thinking, okay, conserve here if she's feeling good and then going for it later and not just in that. They already had basically the selection.
I thought it was super exciting. Stressful for me. I'm very happy I was not doing bonus seconds, 2K before the finish of a climb down a technical descent. But, you go girls.
Yeah, they had it covered.
They did have it covered, and it was exciting.
Well, what else has been covered?
Oh, boy.
We talked about it yesterday. We got a little tea in the Peloton here at the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift. I don't know what to make of this. In fact, I'm just going to stay out of it mostly other than tee this up. But there were some quotes from Demi's director regarding the Peloton, the lack of respect in the Peloton. Can we speculate that that's sort of the way that things go down in cycling now? Maybe. But turns out we had to level this thing up and warm the tee up even more.
We did.
Al, you've got all the
I do.
They're basically rebuttals to what Demi Vollering's director said. But this, my friends, is starting to get spicy.
It is getting so drama llama. And I'm curious how many interactions Johan had. So of course we covered, the lack of respect yesterday that FDJ quoted, which then of course makes Visma Lisa Bike respond and say, "Let me."
Can I just ask one question? Because
yes.
the quote yesterday from Demi's director was not specific to any one team or any one rider. It was very general. However, what you're about to read feels to me like a personal rebuttal.
Well, even right after the race yesterday, Voss was saying that she thought that there was no disrespect going on.
Yes,
so,
Voss
the
did.
fact that she already alluded to
well, that's the same
yesterday.
team.
Yeah, no,
So
that's what I mean. She
right,
already.
so they're already feeling like they're in the crosshairs.
So, Jos, the director of Visma Lisa Bike, said, "Let me be clear. What he's saying is completely ridiculous. It seems to want a peloton of 8 riders with Demi in it, riding in a golden cage. Come on, this is sport, isn't it? Nothing happened that shouldn't have. He has been influenced by Demi, by her dramatic behavior.
Whoa.
Let me leave it at this. But it needs to be said, Demi really thinks she is in a golden cage. Sure, she's the best rider. He's admitting that. But doesn't mean everyone has to move aside for her." And then he says, that's just not true. That's not reality. If you think that, maybe you should do another sport. Ooh. Okay, no. And then it gets better, Lance, because I'm good at this.
Okay.
So I'm going through the internet, and then there's these videos.
You're great at going through the internet. That's congrats. No, but this is good, so I'll keep going.
So then they have this video, and the two directors have a 20-minute conversation, and of course somebody's on their iPhone, and then we think it's all good. We think, okay, Visma Lisa Bike and FDJ are now friends. The directors have put bygones to bygones. And then FDJ responds this morning, when I was talking about lack of respect, I wasn't just referring to the crash. It's been like that since the start of the season. It's not the first time Van Emden, which is the director of Visma Lisa Bike, talks like this. For him, it's all a game. I think he's a stupid man, and that's all I have to say.
Wow. Okay.
What?
All right.
It's all out war.
This is exciting.
This is good. It's a little crazy too.
He brought it on himself, though. I mean, with doing a press release like that after the race or making those comments. I mean, we were talking
Poor
about that
riders.
yesterday.
The riders are reading this. The riders are getting questions about this at the start, at the finish, at the hotel, over there. You know, people are texting. It's a distraction, but it's interesting. I mean, I
feel bad for the riders.
Motivation for some of the riders.
Yeah.
out there.
Possibly.
I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, we've talked about some directors in the men's Peloton are much more vocal about sometimes even negatively against their riders or against other teams. I mean, this isn't new. These ones were a little shocking to me. They're
you don't
a little more
usually see it
blatant.
in the press, though, calling another director stupid. I mean,
Well, and saying somebody is in a golden cage. I mean, those are fighting words on both sides.
But in the same sentence of the Golden Cage, he does say she's the best rider. I think that's some respect. I'm trying to be positive.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out. I do think she had a good day.
She did.
I think
she's not showing the crash.
there's nobody, they're all there, right? I mean, they're all, of course, the rubber hits the road tomorrow. Actually, the rubber hits the road starting tomorrow all the way through Sunday, which is perfect for us fans.
Just going to get better.
It just gets better and better.
It's going to get exciting. There is a lot to come up. I did want to do a little.
But Nia Doma's sitting back there. No, she's out of this, right? She's the defending champ.
She's happy they're all fighting.
Yeah, she looks good as well.
Yeah.
These other teams are going at each other. She's just sitting back chilling going, hey, you guys, arm wrestle over here. I'm just going to ride my race.
And she did have her team up there keeping her safe
Yeah.
and doing a really good job. I mean, Chloe did an incredible job bringing that back before the bonus sprint, for time bonuses and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
She's looking good.
Also today brought to you by Peaks RE Fountain. Fellow cycling enthusiasts, as we witness the incredible feats of endurance at the Tour de France Femmes Avec Zwift, let's talk about what powers those athletes and what can power you. I used to think that more hours in bed, laying in bed, sleeping was the answer. But then I discovered Peaks RE Fountain Electrolyte. This has been a game changer for me. One sachet at night and I'm relaxed, believe it or not.
Oh, I need that.
Ask Anna. I wake up refreshed, focused, and truly calm, believe it or not.
Also need that.
No grogginess, no brain fog. It's like a soothing reset for your nervous system while you sleep. What makes it special? It's crafted with Peak's proprietary triple biomaxed magnesium. 3 incredibly bioavailable forms that calm and support your brain. And here's a key for us athletes. This is by far the cleanest electrolyte out there. Within days, I felt more balanced, clearer, and my energy felt calmer, believe it or not. Ready to optimize your recovery like a pro, Peak is offering up to 20% off for life. Well, that's a long time. Plus free gifts for our listeners, plus a 90-day money-back guarantee. Head on over to Peak. Let me spell this for you. PIQUE, peaklife.com/themove. That's peaklife.com/themove. And experience it for yourself. Can you imagine if I didn't wake up calm and reset?
I have no idea what that looked like.
I'd be arm wrestling. I'd be like, I want to arm wrestle these.
I'd have to keep the two of you apart.
No, exactly.
That's
Even
why you're
more
in the middle.
so than
Yeah,
normal.
we're gonna get some questions. We've had some questions about why Allie is so well behaved this year. It's whoever's asking that question, you just stay out of it. All right, because so far so good. All right, Mari is.
I'm keeping you guys apart.
Let's look at, because as we just said, I mean, this race, the GC battle, I guess in many ways did start today. Today was a little prologue for them, but the real race starts tomorrow. So let's just have a look-see.
All right.
Come on.
This is big. So this is classified as our first mountain stage.
4 categorized climbs.
2,350 meters of climbing.
Yep. The actual road book has it at a little more. I think it's 2,450, which is 80 for those who think in feet. That's 8,200 feet of climbing in a short. 123 kilometer stage. That's 77 miles. That's you can look at the profile. Obviously weighted towards the back half, and looky there.
And the bonus.
And looky right there towards the end, folks.
We love that bonus
I
sprint.
love it.
It is our last bonus sprint of the tour
Interesting.
because then we're going into real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is, and these are not, when you think about, and we've been checked up on our geography, but this is the Massif Central. So, there are climbs in the Massif Central. These are not the Alps. These are not the Pyrenees. But nonetheless, you still have, category
Well, we're getting
ones
the
there.
category 1 and 2 climbs in there,
Yeah.
which we haven't had. We've had maybe 1-3 or 2-3 climbs. Yeah.
And the bonus seconds are on top of an uncategorized climb, but it is close to the finish. But we're looking at the Col de Belle, which is like 10.2K with an average of 5.6%. These are big climbs.
Yeah. Well, it just adds up, right? And we actually did have a question about road surfaces and more specifically in and around chip seal. This is, the Massif Central. They just they don't. I don't know what it is. Maybe the region there just doesn't love going back and paving and repaving roads. So chip seal's got more.
Heavier pavement.
It's heavier. It lasts longer. They just don't have to mess with it, but it's slow, right? So you throw in 200 feet of climbing, short stage, a lot of action, slow pavement, races heating up. Come on.
And we're going to go through some
go
volcano stuff tomorrow too. So that's just going to be super exposed. And
Well, when was the first year we did? No, I'm just kidding.
And if you look at the start,
Who won
with this,
there when they did the volcano?
I have it all written down
No,
if you'd like to know.
What was that, Mari?
I was just saying, if you look at the sprint in the beginning too, it's going to be fast from the gun again. You're going to have people wanting to get in a break. You're going to have other people wanting it to come to the sprint. And then the racing starts with the 3 right after that.
We said it in the pre-show here. This, just like the men's race, I think this green jersey competition, Lorena Wiebes, 208 points, Marion Voss, 178 points. It's nothing. There are stages later in the tour where the bonus, the intermediate bonus, comes later in the stage after some climbs. I think this is going to just, I don't have to watch it necessarily tomorrow, but this, I think, and I asked y'all, is this something, is Marion Voss really wanting and targeting the green jersey? Because if so, they can make this race really interesting for that jersey.
Yeah, I definitely think
That'd be
Marion
fun.
Voss is going for it. Yeah.
Well, then
I find these intermediate sprints interesting. Yesterday it felt like, it was like, how can you try the least amount to get the points to also beat somebody that's trying the least amount? And it's every intermediate sprint, regardless if a break is up the road. It's 1 Wiebes, 2 Voss. And I don't think she's going full gas to come around Wiebes, because knowing then Wiebes would go more full gas and Wiebes wins.
Well, there was a group up the road today, so as more points are unavailable, well then
It's a 2-point spread when they're doing that with the break.
Just take it, right?
But for her, that she's trying and doing these intermediates, she's looking later in the tour when the stages get harder. Wiebes will be dropped. Voss will still be in the group.
Well, she certainly has the team to drop her, to try and drop her.
Yeah, and with Pauline, she's going to be up there working eventually anyway. So pretty exciting.
Good stuff.
I know.
Any other? We'll wait on the other jerseys. My favorite, the polka dot jersey.
Oh yes.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby. Hey, she's still in it.
Hey, she's still in it. Whatever.
She's still in it. I actually did want to give credit to, we have a little rider, Kata Soda, and she's been in the break every day. She's the Chilean national champion. Huh. And she was the first Chilean ever to participate. This is her 2nd time at the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. So, I spent a lot of time in Chile this spring, but I think it's cool for some smaller countries, like where cycling is getting out here on a smaller team, but to getting those breaks and producing, to be able to race at this level is awesome.
And it's been nice to see Alison Jackson going back into the break again today too. She's been pretty aggressive, trying to get into moves, representing North America pretty well there.
Yeah.
Some questions here.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
We had 2. I'll kind of just merge these 2 questions. And I'm not quite sure why men are asking these questions. But these are both from Mike and Scott. They both are in and around nature breaks.
Okay.
We'll let Allie take that one.
I'm fine with that.
One can take Mike and one can take Scott. But basically, Mike says, I just learned what women. He just learned this.
What?
Mike. Talk about failing some courses here, bud. I just learned what women need to go through to do a pit stop while riding. Why can't longer races, say multi-hour and multi-stage races like the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift, have some predefined quote, we zone locations. It could be a predefined location similar to the feed zone. Or you get the gist. All right, come over to Scott. Watching the men's races, you see a lot of riders doing nature breaks. Not so with women racers. Are the women superhuman, or are they watching their water intake? I mean, it's kind of but it's not. Like it's if you watch the men's race, they pull over all the time, and half a Peloton will pull over, and
it's the same thing for the women.
It's the
They'll
same.
pull over in a group.
We'll pull over. We'll have a nature break.
Didn't know that.
You didn't?
No.
Maybe it's just easier.
You failed.
No, I mean, I know how it happens.
No.
At least.
Usually, in my experience, I mean, honestly, like our bibs, most of them have, whether it's a magnet or a stretchy part, I call it free to pee, where you don't have to take off your bibs to be able to pee. You can pull them down. I think if your bibs don't have that feature, that's a horrible design, because then you're unzipping and all of that. And then the other thing you do is if the GC leader or, people you respect, like maybe I would go up to like Kopecky and be like, you got to go to the bathroom? She's like, yeah. Then I'm like, I'm going to go to the bathroom with her because the Peloton will wait for her. And there are big groups, and I have photos of that, and they just do not make TV. But also I'm glad they don't.
But what you're saying is the best way to do it. Probably similar, like everyone kind of decides together that it's agreement. A good time, to go. There's nothing's happening in the race. It's a good time to maybe pull over. Maybe you're near a spot that's not by a bunch of houses or something.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Oh yeah, because when Tour Qatar, we got the whole Peloton got fined for a nature break
that could might be
because we were too close to a mosque. And you're in the desert. Okay. There's nowhere to go.
I think you might not want to be trying.
Listen, we're getting a little too geopolitical here. All right.
But it happened.
We believe you. Meg. Thank you, Meg. We'd love to hear Johan join you for a recap.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I know he's watching the race because he texted me this morning about it. Who are his favorites for the Femmes? He praised Lorena Wiebes when she won Track Worlds and said Puck is better than 80% of the women's Peloton. What does Johan think is up with Demi? These are questions for Johan. One of these days, Johan, if you are listening, I know you are.
He's always listening.
That would be fun to have him.
I would love that. So Meg, we will get on that. All right, Justin has a question. I have a question about the length of the tour. How did they arrive? This is a good question because it has changed, and it seems to be growing in length over the last 3 years. How did they arrive at 9 stages, and who decided that? Does it have to do with sponsorship? Do you see a time in the future when the Femmes Tour will be the same length as the men's tour? And then Justin ends his question by saying none other than, bye. Look at this. Look at all the E's.
Oh, wow.
That's a real fan. Thank you, Justin.
Man after my own heart.
So how do we get to 9 stages? Do we think it gets longer, and what affects the length?
I feel like they're trying to grow it in a way that, they can continue the quality of the race and really just grow it thoughtfully. I don't know that there's a specific goal to make it the same length as the men's. The women's Peloton's different, as Allie was talking about early, the team sizes and, trying to do grand tours that are longer. Yeah. I think right now it's so good for the
You're talking about total team size.
Total team
throughout
size.
The season. That's right.
To choose from, So if you had longer stage races, you need bigger teams, you need more budget. I mean, there are a lot of pieces, but they're trying to grow it thoughtfully, and I think they're doing a great job of it. They are making it longer, and I think the goal is to keep extending it. But the way they're doing it makes it sustainable, and I think that's one of the key things in women's sport is let's keep it sustainable and grow it thoughtfully.
We always, I think we all kind of seem surprised, but we shouldn't be. I mean, the crowds on the side, these are real. Like coming through the towns.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
And it'll be cool. Of course, we get into the mountains or some climbs tomorrow. That's where you really start to see the climbs. But the people of France and Europe are responding.
Mm-hmm. They're embracing it.
Yeah.
Everywhere. I mean, I'm getting all kinds of comments about people wanting to go over and watch the women's tour, which, 20 years ago, you weren't hearing people saying, I'm going to go over to France and watch the women's tour, when it was the Grand Boucle or whatever they called it back in the day. But to have families wanting to go over there and bring their daughters to come see the racing, that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a job. Don't you get any ideas? Next month, I'm going to take a group
hang out with you.
I'm going to take a group of people in France. Excuse me? You're not. All right, last
I'm gonna stay
one.
here
And
and
I'm just going to
bother you.
end with this.
Oh,
And this-
no.
Listen, this is Andrew asks us. There's a lot of guys. I love this. I mean, I don't love it, but it's cool. It's cool. No, I mean, no, it's cool that we got dudes out here watching. And this is the last time we're going to address it. Okay,
No.
for the rest of the week and hopefully forever. Andrew says, y'all are killing us. What's the story with the cat? I thought we talked about it. Allie I didn't even know you had a cat.
You obviously don't follow me on Instagram near
No,
enough.
I think I do. I don't
name is
like
Puck.
I don't like social media. I don't do a lot of
Well, Andrew, the deal
Whatever.
is Lance just has a cold heart and would not let me bring my cat to the tour.
She wanted to bring the cat. She wanted to fly with the cat. She wanted to stay. We wanted the cat to stay with the team at the team house.
It's almost as crazy as Kim LaCourte looking back at the finish.
That's right.
You just don't hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what is?
Nobody does that.
So apparently Lance made a rule that's no pucks unless it's Puck Peters. He's like, no pucks given except Puck Peters. And there you go.
Look,
Man.
thank you, Andrew. I'm glad you asked that question because we're not ever talking about it again.
Yeah, we are. So you guys can.
But I'm with you, Mari. That's like, what's weirder? What's a worse? What is a worse
Seen
idea?
it all.
I'm about to win a stage in the Tour de France. I think I'll just put my hands up and look around and before the finish line. That's not a good idea. Bringing a cat. I mean, look. By the way, too, just for the record, before all you cat people start hating on me, I grew up with cats. I love cats, but I just don't think you bring them around
You don't
others.
travel with them.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyways, on that note, the race. No, we're done. The
I know.
race.
We're done. I was going to ask for questions more about the cat, but I was going to do the
Okay,
question thing.
yeah. So no cat questions, but send other questions.
Send them.
To cat@wedo.team. info@wedo.team. The race for the GC really starts tomorrow.
Yep.
So I'm excited. We're all excited. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Send those
3, 2, 1.
questions.
3, 2, 1.
Bye.